welcome to the episode 0 of Shri Ramcharitmanas. This is a podcast based on the great Indian epic, the Ramayana. The Ramayana narrates the story of Ram, his 14-year exile to the forest with his wife Sita and brother Lakshman. It follows the kidnapping of his wife by Ravan, the demon king of Lanka, and the war with him. Then it tells us about Ram's eventual return to Ayodhya to be crowned as the king of Ayodhya, and this is the crux of this epic. Now, this epic was written as a poetry by the legendary poet Goswami Tulsidas in the 16th century, and his rendition is called Shri Ramcharitmanas. Shri Ramcharitmanas also means the lake of deeds of Shri Ram. And through this podcast, I'm going to be reading, narrating, and interpreting Shri Ramcharitmanas for you. Now, an important question. Who am I and why am I doing this? Let me give you a brief background about myself. I am going to be your host through this epic journey. You can call me RG as my friends do. I am not a Hindu religion promoter or a philosopher of any sort. I'm not any kind of literature scholar. By profession, I am an information technology analyst and consultant, and I'm also a father to 2 beautiful daughters. I analyze business processes and provide software solutions to my clients in my daily life. I have always heard of the stories of this great epic from my elders. However, I have never dared to read it for myself and build my own interpretations. There are thousands of interpretations from various scholars and PhD holders on this topic out there. However, I wanted to see how a layman such as myself would interpret this to see if it holds relevance in today's context. Furthermore, if I'm able to get through this journey, this will be my transcendence and my gift to my children and their future generations. This legendary epic in all its nobility is going to be an exciting, long journey I know I could not have embarked upon without your support. Now let me give you a brief background about Shri Ramcharitmanas. Shri Ramcharitmanas made available the story of Ramayana to the common man to sing, meditate, and perform upon. The story is about how Shri Ram, the Prince of Ayodhya, won the hand of the beautiful princess Sita, his exile for 14 years, abduction of Sita by the demon god Ravan, and the epic battle and rescue of Sita from Ravan. The story is about the victory of righteousness over evil. The story is about dharma, honor, and valor. Shri Ramcharitmanas is written in a form of an epic poetry. Indian poet Goswami Tulsidas composed it in the Avadhi dialect of Hindi language in the 16th century. Shri Ramcharitmanas literally means the lake of the deeds of Ram, and it is considered to be one of the greatest works of Hindi literature ever written. Interestingly, when I mentioned about this grand epic to my colleagues and some of my friends, they hadn't even heard about it. And I was also a little embarrassed because how little I knew about it. Now, Tulsidas was a great scholar of Sanskrit. However, he wanted the story of Ram to be accessible by the general public and not just the Sanskrit speaking elite. In order to make the story of Ram as accessible to the layman, he chose to write this in Avadhi, a dialect of Hindi which was the language of general population in large parts of North India at the time. Now let's discuss the overall structure of Shri Ramcharitmanas. Shri Ramcharitmanas consists of 7 kands. 7 kands are 7 books or 7 parts or 7 descents. The first 2 parts, Balkand, which is the childhood part, and Ayodhya Kand, which is the Ayodhya part, they make up for more than half of the work. The other parts are Aranya Kand, Kishkind Kand, Sundar Kand, and Lanka Kand, and the last one is the Uttar Kand, which also means the epilogue. In general, the entire epic is primarily composed in the form of a chaupai meter, which is a 4-line quatrain separated by a doha meter, which is a 2-line couplet. In total, there are 10,902 such verses in Shri Ramcharitmanas. Let's talk briefly about invocations at the beginning of each chapter. Every chapter of Shri Ramcharitmanas begins with an invocation or a Mangal Charan. It is customary of the Indian tradition where any new work, endeavor, or journey is begun with an invocation to the gods to ensure that the objective is achieved without any hindrance or impediments. The first 3 or 4 verses of each kand are typically in the form of invocations. That's all for today, folks. Starting next episode, we are going to dive into the deep end in this lake of deeds of Shri Ram. If you are interested in finding out more, please do not hesitate to smash that subscribe button so that you get notified when the next video gets aired. If you like what we are doing here, you can express that by smashing the like button and sharing this video with your friends. Till the next episode, have a good one.